hello. The story so far. In Wellspring, Ulbrich found Earhart. Earhart was like, oh man, let's fight. And then they fought, and then they learned that Werner, a former sellsword, and the very man who had orchestrated the fall of Hornburg, was probably the final boss of Ulbrich's story. We're coming in hot because I fucked up my first draft of recording this and realized, oh shit, all the settings are wrong. Such a fiend is too dangerous for this world. I will stop him, I must. Gone are the doubts that plagued Ulbrich's heart. To protect the people from harm, this is why he wields his blade. As he came to Riverford, the very air was thick with unease and fear. Bah! Let's go. Oi you! If you want in town, get in queue and wait your turn. Queue? Beg your pardon? A gentleman, I presume, unless I misjudge your polished bearing. Tell me, sir, what brings you to this town?
The truth is,
I'm looking for a man.
is that so?
Indeed. I take this as your first visit, so let me give you some free advice. You'll be wanting to press a few leaves into the palms of the guards. There's a toll. Not a toll, as such. You see, the Lord here.
What?
What does he say about a toll and then what?
Oi!
Shut your gob! What's this tincture in your sack? Smuggler, are ya?
What?
Well, that ain't mine, I swear in me mother's grave. Of course it ain't. I suggest you confess your crimes here and now, unless you'd rather tell it to the master at arms. And that, good sir, is why you'll want some spare coin at the ready. But the law. Those men are the law here. Their rule is absolute. I'm sorry to say. No doubt that potion was the guard's own. Defy them at your peril. A pretext to toss you in the jail is at the ready.
What?
Does no one bring them to task on their deeds?
Afraid not.
Not I can tell you that. I do exactly as they tell me, as should you. Punishment is swift and harsh here, both for those who've broken the law and those who have not. A handful of leaves, sir, is my advice. The more you can spare, the better. I only pray that poor traveler has the wits and means to give the soldiers what they seek, or else.
Swoons.
And what of the lord of this place? He does nothing to stop this mummery? What the fuck's mummery? Sound off in the comments down below.
Yeah.
Oi! Stop prattling and start moving! Yes, sir. 1,000 pardons. My turn. Perhaps we'll meet again inside. Aye. Werner is the Lord. By the gods, what happened here?
Yeah.
Another scruffy vagabond. Let's see what rubbish is toting in that bag.
Whoa.
Will this do?
Whoa.
Oh-ho, quick on the uptake, this one. Keep that up, and you'll do alright in this town, mate.
Very well.
Might I ask a question, good sir, about this man, Werner? Huh? That's Lord Werner to the likes of you. What business could you be having with his lordship?
No.
No business, friend, just wondering what kind of man Lord Werner is. He's bleeding wonderful here. Best thing that's ever happened. Now piss off. We got work to do.
I see.
By your leave. There was fear in those eyes. A sellsword captain turned provincial lord. This Werner has certainly moved up in the world.
Good heavens.
The town is in turmoil, which is exactly what I'd expect after seeing the behavior of those charged with policing it. Still, it would be no small task getting at Werner. A difficult foe to be sure. If there was ever a time when I was in need of a scholar's wisdom, it is now. Then it is most fortunate that I am here now. I do have some thoughts, as it happens. An oppressive regime such as this is bound to foster discontent and dissatisfaction. I suggest seeking out the victims. Find those who are most downtrodden, who are suffering the greatest. They will tell you what you need to know. I see. I shall do as you counsel. You will? I trust your knowledge and insight, else I would not have asked. Well then, it's an honor to be of service. That'll be $10. It's not every day you hear of a mercenary leader becoming a provincial lord. Indeed. He must have been very fortunate or exceedingly clever. Don't be naive. In this world, corruption and dirty dealings are the only way a man can rise that fast. Mark my words, his path to fortune is littered with the bodies of men with knives in their backs. And I don't mean just figuratively. Yours is a most cynical outlook. Trust me, I speak from experience. I know his type when I see it. You do well to know what you're getting into, if you're picking a fight with him. Fear not. When the swords are drawn, a corrupt man is cut down as easily as any other. Then we've got nothing to worry about. What is this? Well, is this where people just get burned? Like, what's going on? Ain't never seen a pyre before? It's for his lordship's burning. Once a month, some poor saps get tied to the stakes and burned alive for their sins. What?
Indeed.
For this month, for last month, and for the month before that too. Law of the land it is.
It cannot be.
Used to be outlaws and rogues what got burned. But it weren't long before it were drunks and beggars up there for their slightest crimes. Shouldn't say this out loud, but nowadays, all it takes is a cavil at his lordship's rule. And thus the pall that oppresses this place. No one knows who'll finger you for what, so we creep about like mice, doing our best not to be noticed. Try to scarp her, too. And poof! Just look at the guilt. I have no idea what the fuck he's saying. I'm just gonna go ahead and give up here. Oh, man.
I see.
Alright, so we have travel banter, so let me get the next clump prepared. So, we'll need Ophelia as well, so. Let's do that. And after that, we're going to need Therian. So, we'll do it like that. Burning people at the stake! How horrible! It is a dreadful way to die. The final moments are agony. But that makes it all more effective as a lesson to others. Those who would rule with terror must embrace terror. Wrongdoers need to be punished. Everyone agrees with that, but this goes beyond justice. Just so. I grow so sad thinking about the poor people who live here. This cannot be allowed to go on. We have to do something. Agreed. We must have patience if we are to prevail. So we just stand by and watch, is that it? It is hard to do so, but yes. It's an evil thing, burning folk at the stake. This damned Werner thinks of people's lives as nothing more than firewood. Tell me this, Alvin. Do you value human life over firewood? What kind of crazy question is that? I have taken the lives of more men than I care to remember. Each time I told myself that it mattered not, that it was insignificant. The stuff we're made of, our flesh and blood, this fragile stuff, turns to dust soon enough. Not to get too, poetical, but I've always thought that the fire, the life in our bodies, goes cold too soon. So when I give folk medicine, I try my darndest to keep that fire alive. So do I value life? Damned right I do, and so should you. Of course, sometimes in my line of work a man can grow confused, forget what's important. That is why I asked you to remind me. I'm most grateful you are here, Alvin. Anytime you find yourself forgetting what matters, you just talk to Alvin. I'm a smart guy. I talk with my feelings. Alright, let's do yet another adjustment here. We'll need Hana and Tressa. There we go. That's the rest that we'll need. So, let's move on. I kept focusing on going right. Is there any way to go to the right exit here at all? Doesn't look like it unless they want me to go way, way back. No, they don't. We must have to go further north. No, we do have to go right. I was thinking that I was doing everything wrong here. And yes, actually, yes. Please ignore the incredibly loud garbage truck outside. It's just one of those days. Where do they want me to go? It's the map just shows that area is way too far to reach it. No, am I blind? What's going on? That's it. Gotta get new eyeballs. These have been good. They've had a good 25-year run, but we need to fucking cash out. You! I met you in the square. What are you? Listen, mate, you've never seen me. Is he there?
Let none escape.
He can't have gone far. Sniff him out. Hello? Oi, you. See anyone dodgy looking coming this way, running for dear life, like as not? Dodgy? A rebel! A man plotting dark schemes against his lordship himself.
Indeed.
Sounds like a dangerous man. I did see one suspicious fellow running hard in that direction.
That's right.
That must be him. Come on! We'll corner the rat yet.
Are you hurt?
They're gone. You can breathe easy now. Yeah. Gods bless you, mate.
Well,
Tell me, why were they after you? Couldn't rightly say.
I see.
They said you were a rebel, that you were plotting against the Lord. An organized resistance could help me get close to Warner. Listen, I came to this place in search of this Warner. Are there others who fight for your cause? If you have a leader, pray take me to. God's teeth, are you daft? I can't be introducing strangers what I barely know. Then let me tell you more about me. I know how to swing a blade, for one. Reckon as much, you got that air about you. But hang me, this ain't some I can go deciding on me own. Alright, how's this? Prove you know how to use that blade of yours. There's a man back in the square that wears a red hat. He's with us, the strongest we got. If you can beat him, then I'll introduce you to the boss.
As you wish.
I need a reason to use challenge. Sounds like a plan. But you promised me something. You lose. You make yourself scarce and never come back here.
I see.
You have my word. I'll go ahead and warn him. You find me when you're ready. Alright, we will challenge the man in the red hat back in the town square, ignoring that chest that's clearly there. We have other things to do. He's the one. He is. Want to see if he can use that sword of his? Fine then.
Ready when you are.
Very well. I'm ready when you are. A battle fair and square. 2 arms. You look a tough sort, but are you tough enough?
'Tis a good day for battle.
The battle begins! Ladies and gentlemen. The man with the red hat.
Too slow. The battle
Shout out
is
to
truly
this
short.
being better than Hana's ability, because hers, for some fucking reason, it's like, it's the same as Ulbrich's, only you can only use one type of combat ability.
Too
Why?
slow.
Because fuck
The
you,
battle
that's
is
why.
truly short.
Let's pop this and abide. There we get 5 turns of luck.
Now then, out of my way.
Next,
Victory shall be mine.
we'll show him Brand's Thunder.
I wreak havoc upon thee.
Whew, you are a strong boy.
Too slow. Victory shall be mine. Out of my way. Too slow. Now then, out of my way. Now then. My blade is on.
Get him again.
I wreak havoc upon thee. The battle is truly joy.
I don't think this dude was prepared for me to go this hard. Or maybe he was. This dude seems to have like 20,000 20,000 HP, not experience. I fucking wish. Cross strike. Alright, he's getting low.
Now
This should finish, hopefully.
then.
There we go.
With each battle, I grow stronger.
And Ulbrich is 45. Huh. Well then.
Indeed.
Now it's your turn. Deal's the deal. Name's Reggie, by the way. So come on. Take you to the den. Let's get going. Let's do it.
Ho!
Boss, got someone here you might want to meet.
Well met.
So I've heard. Welcome, sir. You may call me Harold. I understand that you're Sir Ulbrich. But how do you know my name? Words of your deeds in Wellspring reached me some time ago. Captain Bale and I speak quite often, you see.
Whoa.
He's a good man. But if you'll excuse me, I'll get straight to the point. I must know everything you can tell me about this Lord Werner. Of course, but perhaps you will first do me the honor of explaining what business you have with him. I mean to kick his ass.
Yes.
A former sellsword captain. Yes, Werner is certainly that. As the saying goes, know thine enemy. Let it suffice to say I've taken a great interest in the man's past.
Indeed.
Very prudent of you.
The truth is...
Werner claims noble blood, but closer examination reveals what titles he possesses were bought with gold. He accuses the former lord of these lands of larceny and pillage, and won the support of the common folk. Even the burghers were persuaded to make common cause, and soon enough he had them proclaim him the new lord. But once he took power, that's when the terror began.
Swoons.
Terror? Death by fire for criminals, with executions held once per month. The populace initially hailed the new regime. Many were happy to see villains and blackguards get their comeuppance. But it did not end there.
Yes.
Just so. How many murderers can one town harbor, after all? Pickpockets and swindlers were next, then a dishonest merchant. Any peccadillo became a capital offense. In time, mere accusation was enough to land a man on the pyre. Even the clearest Use real words, damn it! By this time, no one dared raise their voice in opposition. Some had early on, but when they appeared tied to the stakes at the next burning, the rest understood that in silence lay their only hope for survival. But you resist this despot, and so do others like you. We do. Many of us have been forced to look on as family and friends, falsely accused, were taken by the flames. I am one of them. Werner accused the former lord of corruption, but those accusations were lies. I know, for the former lord was my father. And so I have taken it upon myself to restore his honor and name, and to free the people of this domain from Werner's tyranny. With each passing day, our ranks grow, At long last we are poised, ready to strike back.
Well then,
You give me reason to believe we have common cause in this undertaking. Will you join us, Sir Ulbrich?
Indeed.
Even if this tyrant were not the man I seek, I'd have reason enough to join you. My sword is yours.
I am thankful.
Fair befall you, sir. Your presence gives us all courage.
Well then,
Now, without further ado, allow me to explain our plot. First, we shall launch a diversionary tactic in the square, and draw as many of Werner's men out as we can. Then, our best swordsman shall infiltrate the Lord's mansion by way of a secret passage known only to me. You mean the hole that's barely boarded up? Man, real good secret passage. It is a simple enough plan, but such are the best in revolution and war. Prepare as you will, then come to meet me again when you're ready.
As you wish.
Understood, I will do just that. So, this is how Warner chooses to rule. He thinks he can intimidate people into obedience, and he's not wrong either. But it doesn't work on everyone. Some people don't scare easy. Like you, for example. Yeah, like me. When I was a kid, I had my share of beatings from people who thought they could break me. But I'd shrug it off and vow that no one would ever tell me what to do. You're saying Harold and his friends are also such men? Maybe, but the question is, can you trust them? The more men we can recruit to the cause, the better our chance of success. It's gonna take more than just numbers. Agreed, but there are many ways to win a battle. Huh, sounds like you have something up your sleeve. Color me impressed. Interested. I like how I was half reading that sentence. I'm like, that's an I. That's close enough, right? You can't expect me to want to pay attention. They just made me read for like fucking 10 years. Alright? Pay your voice actors, goddammit. I'm getting tired. My father, hell, had this passage constructed as an escape route at an event of a siege. I'm glad that he constructed it in such a way that it's half open. Like, we made this passage, but we also made sure to have to like break bricks to like open it. It's okay. Let's be honest. We didn't think this through very much. Our men in the square have begun their feint, but they will not be able to hold out for long once Werner's men arrive.
come.
We must move quickly. Please come. I do not come.
This bodeth ill.
I do not like this. What's troubling you? It hath been too easy. Something is not right. I know the plan is sound. I believe that it should succeed, yet still. Something troubleth me, and I can't reason it away. We do well to listen to our instincts. They oft speak the truth. Is there anything you recall that gives rise to your suspicions? No, 'tis just that I feel that we are dear being drawn into the hunter's trap. But our foe's a soldier, a man of war, and thou knows his kind better than I. Soldier or beast, a hunter's instinct should never be ignored. I'm grateful for the warning. Whatever it may be, I shall stand by your side. And I by yours. Yeah, sure, my story's over already. She made it funny. Hold on, I don't think the skill is equipped on you. Yeah, it's not. I had it on Cyrus. we continue through this waterway. Who challenges me
Now, let us hunt.
on this day?
Out of my way.
We ride.
Come.
Only a short ways to go now. I thank you again for your aid, my friends. Today, Warner's reign of terror comes to an end. Raise the roof! Look out! Ah, I knew I shouldn't have raised my arms! Oh, damn it, I'm dead.
But
What the?
Demons, take
Out of my way! Demons, take them, but these two will not fall easily. He's dangerous, that one. Deal with him.
well.
You're as easy to read as that lily-livered father of yours. As we speak, my men are squashing what remains of your diversionary farce in the town square.
damn it.
Werner, but how did you... You gads. You really are your father's son, aren't you? It was immediately obvious that the ride in the score was merely a distraction, all that hubbub to such little aim. It hardly required a scholar's deduction to determine where the main strike was to fall. I agree! Shut up! What a feeble, flaccid scheme. Better you had burned down the entire city. Did concern for your fellow citizens hold you back, as though you had the latitude for such charity? You needn't answer. You can ponder your folly while you await your fate in the jails. I was worried we might run out of scoundrels for the pyres. Now, thanks to you, we'll have plenty for the months to come. The people will be most grateful for the respite, I don't doubt.
Werner.
Rot in hell, you murderous brute!
Do it.
Fire.
Spare us! We surrender!
Someone stop them! God have mercy!
Is this my fate again? Must I stand by and watch helplessly? Watch while those I swore to protect are cut down before me.
Sir Ulbrich, look out! Ah!
Damn it all!
Did he say Ulbrich? Ah, the unbending blade in the flesh. Unbending blade of... Where was it again? Your sovereignty escapes me.
Silence, you cur! I have sworn an oath to defend these people from your treachery.
Aye, he has the right of it. We'll protect them. Together.
Oh man! It's Eric! Or Earhart! Close enough!
Wellspring was out of danger. Found myself at a loose end. So here I am. Been a while, Werner. Or is it your lordship? You've up in the world since we last met, you have.
Now here's a pair I never thought I'd see reunited.
A few moons ago, I'd have been as surprised as you are. But here we are, nonetheless. Two swords standing as one. For friendship, for those we would protect. The twin blades of Hornburg will fight together once more. Right, Ulbrich, you with me?
Shoulder to shoulder, old friend. That is why I wield this blade. Have action!
What demons are they? My eyes can't follow their blades.
Stand and fight, you cowards, or you'll feel my blade! Well, what about the rest of you cravens? Better fancy your chances with them, or with me?
That's more like it.
Leave the lackeys to me. You go after Werner. He's not one to flee so easily. He's just buying time. For what?
These men are ruled by fear and violence. The mind that yoked them can be spared no quarter. Thank you, Earhart. I leave this place in your hands.
Godspeed, my friend.
Yahoo! Man, it's great how Winkle saved the day. What? Only in the nick of time. He took far too long. I thought we were done for. I'm so glad he showed up so you remembered how to attack people with swords in the cutscene. Yeah, it's weird how I forget how to do that sometimes. You know, you don't have to be so serious. But I am not happy either. Are you sure? Because I'm pretty sure I saw you smiling back there. You can't fool me, Ulbrich. Let's go. Men are funny when they hide their feelings. I can't believe you gotta be such a sexist pig, Tressa. Trying to make fun and bully other genders like that. Absolutely incredible. Well, we know what we must do. We must find wherever this Werner worm man is.
I'll make this quick.
Masaka! Where are you getting bats? Why you got bats in your mansion? Worm man, why you got bats in here? What are you doing? You could... I think you're being a little ridiculous, dude. Can I just run in and out like this? Oh, how convenient. Nice. I can go and switch Tressa out because I don't want to use her. Well, isn't that convenient? And here I thought it would be a bit of a hassle. Thankfully, the game's pretty good at its map design. While its dungeons are things that you would expect from a game that came out in 1987, they've at least managed to make them loop in on themselves in a way that's alright. Alright. That seems okay. Hold on, let's change her job out. Yeah. Okay. Alright, so where were we? Oh yeah, we were gonna go murder a lord. Granted, a false lord, but a lord nonetheless. Oh man, I love those healing gray bunches. I eat those all the time. I want to see what's in the chest! Why would you do this? Why would you do
Out of my way.
Why do people watch this? Again, I pose that question once again. Refreshing jam! Actually worth it. Alright, we should be approaching the boss now. Here we are, in fact. Let's pop a save. There's a chest over there, but I can't say I care.
That's enough, Werner. Your villainy ends
I
here.
like I was calling him Werner the whole time, and then it's actually Werner.
Villainy, eh? What a waste of a good sword.
What? What nonsense are you spouting now?
A warrior of your skill and repute serving as a glorified bodyguard for paupers and peasants. It isn't too late to find yourself a more worthy cause. Join me as captain of my guard. I will see that you are well compensated.
The flame take you and all you stand for. This sword would cut down 100 tyrants like you to protect the life of a single innocent and defenseless man.
Is that truly why you lug that steel around? For the sake of churls you hardly know? God's teeth. They grew fools thick and fast in that Hornburg of yours. Tell me, what harvest do you reap with your selfless valor? The gratitude of the rabble, freeing self-regard? Self-righteous oath. The only cause a man needs is himself. Might is the one truth before which all things must yield. History has shown us this time and again.
What do you know of truth?
All I need to know. Or have you forgotten? You once wielded your sword for the sake of king and kingdom. How did that work out for you, eh, Sir Alberic? Your blade may be unbending, but did the man not break?
I cannot deny this. I failed both king and kingdom, and became a prisoner of my own past.
So why do you persist in this folly? Join me, and together we can...
But on this journey, I have learned something new. To protect someone is to gaze into the future with eyes unclouded.
What is this starry-eyed hogwash you speak?
To gaze into their future, and the world they would one day build. A bright future that we might share together. This is for what I fight. This is why I must protect those in need. Tell me, Werner, who stands by you? When you look to the future, who gazes with you over the bleak landscape that your might has seized?
Enough prattle, fool! My future is as boundless as my power and ambition. No one can stand with me, for I need no man.
You own a ratty shit city. Like, what are you expecting here?
You are deaf to reason because you have nothing of substance to protect. And so, it falls to my sword to speak the truth.
He's a... Why is there a horse in the house?
I am ready.
Why is there a horse in the house? The things that happen in these video games, guys. What can you do?
The peacock struck.
What you gonna do? Hit me?
Let my arrow fly and
Yeah, you hit me.
aim and carefully shoot.
Alright, bow's no good.
My turn.
Okay, we know it's that. Oppression!
Battle is truly joy.
Impossible! What?
I'm ready.
No.
Out of my way.
Magic then. Alright, we're figuring some of these out. Oh, I forgot the sweep would hurt a bunch!
On your feet
Ah, fuck me. Look, guys, we're doing so well. We're doing so well. Are you fucking kidding me? This wasn't my fault. You know why it wasn't my fault? Because I didn't ask you for your fucking opinion. That's why. Do it again! Hello, everybody. It's time to go. The battle begins! Oh, fuck off! You want this bullshit! The first fight you doing! I totally didn't restart the fight as soon as the bad thing happened. Hey, look at that! I get more turn time. Oh, wonderful. Well, it only makes sense for me to try and do this in a better way than I did last time. How would I do that? By lowering his defenses, that's how. Ah, fuck off with that shit.
What next?
I mean, I'm a very calm individual who would never say mean things. Y'all mind if I Thunderbird?
I am ready.
Aha!
Too slow.
Ha ha, you're bad! Boom! I said boom! I said bing bing! Get stronger, my boy!
Letting the hunt
Your patience pays off. Give a pomegranate to my boy Ulbrich. We're going to pay his friend to fuck this dude up in short order!
I appreciate it.
Ah! Yeah! 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 Yeah!
How about you?
Alright, enough being stupid. How about we, unleash! Okay, damage has been done, and we still have another turn of damage to go in on this dude. Needless to say, I am fucking ready to go. True Strike! We're gonna build our BP, which means that Hana will be able to unleash her, her super attack. So, let's do... Yeah, might as well do Thunder Solstice. Wait, I can actually go in now. Let's go in now. 3 hits is pretty good. Hell yeah. There we go. We've done like... In this break alone, we're about to break 50,000 damage. I think that's pretty good. All things considered.
I see.
Keep those defenses down, boys.
I'm ready.
Lion's Dance, please, on Hana.
The lion.
That way her attack resets.
Let come cowering before the huntress.
Very nice.
Coming.
Hello, welcome back, my good friend. Alright, this is the highest amount of burst I've ever done on a cycle like that before.
Witchery.
I am ready.
Okay. Time for adjustments. He's suffering from an ailment that I don't know how any of it works, so that's a bit of a problem.
Bring about a miracle of healing.
It's a status effect I know I don't have an item for. I think it's like fear, so. The problem here is I don't know the other weak. Yeah, it's probably axe. Axe or spear? If I pick the wrong one, I'm gonna lose! No, I'm not. Hey! Hey! Gabagoo. We got a lot of turns to do stuff. So it just comes down to us figuring something out here. I don't know what to do. For this character in particular, I don't know. I could try some spells. I just realized I have an attack down spell? For some reason I never thought that that's what Shacklefo did. However, upon closer inspection, it seems like a good idea. It seems that all fear does is make it so I can't boost. Fucking do rest then. There you go. Fucking, what a harmless little effect we got there. I guess win, please? Yes!
I am ready.
Okay. Try whatever works, please. Okay. Fuck, I have no way to hit him. I can pull 2 hits. I can pull 2 hits out of Hana, but that's still gonna bring him to 2. He's gonna get another turn as a follow-up, which is also a bit of a problem. Okay, here's the plan. We're gonna do Healing Grape Bunch. And you're gonna do the leg thing so that he doesn't hit me 3 times in a row. And this attack down should help. Okay, now that we've done that... Wait a minute! I just leg hold dropped him and he wait. Fuck off. Fuck off with your cheating bullshit. My patience counters it. What a piece of shit this guy is. I'm mad. I'm mad at that fucking shit. I blew a turn just doing it.
Coming, if that
Yeah! The extra hit did it.
The lion's end.
Alright, warrior skills. Cross strike.
Watch my blade dance.
coming, if thou darest.
Alright, true strike.
Aiming carefully, shooting true.
Give them all you've got, guys.
What? I'm ready.
Aber's Reckoning.
Time to steal the show.
Letting my arrow fly and true.
I am ready.
Dancer skills, augment someone's physical defense, probably you. Alright, so this dude's poisoned. He's gonna get a lot of attacks coming up, which we can't stop. What we can do is hired help veterans, maxed out. Go for it. Alright. Alright, that was 25,000. Shifts his weight again. Sweeps, that hurts. Booted. What? Fuck off! He just died to poison! Oh, man! It's like I almost want like an instant replay or something of that shit. That was so fucking stupid. Okay, get these headphones back on. Let's fucking ride this out. Let's ride this shit out.
It is over. Now, before you die, tell me this. Why Hornburg?
The gate of Finis.
The what of what?
The gate of Finis lies in Hornburg. I had to have it.
You destroyed a proud and prosperous realm, led countless multitudes to their deaths, all for some gate? You thought that a price worth paying?
We all hold the worth of men and nations in different measure.
No, wait!
A sword to protect the weak. Look at this point, fool. It was made for killing, and you are a killer as much as I. I spit on your cause, your justice. I will not die by your sorry blade. No, I shall go out on my own terms. Rot in hell, false knight.
That doesn't make sense because he dropped his sword when I won the fight, so he shouldn't have had that to stab himself. It's okay. That was a copy. It's like how there's multiple books from the hell. Three days passed since the successful uprising. With the death of their lord, Werner's lackeys laid down their arms, and so peace and freedom returned to Riverford.
Hail!
Who goes there? It's just me, your old mate Reggie. Just wanted to say my thanks.
Well,
Of course, come in. Oh, you're here too, are ya? You know each other? After you helped him in that alley off of the square, we ran into each other. He told me where I might find you. Thank you for that, by the by. So it's the least I could do, good sir. Besides, it's us what should be saying thanks. Hang me, but if you two ain't fetched up in town, we're forever in your debt. Hang me, but if you two hadn't fetched up in our... Okay. Alright, it took... I had to go in and just fucking crack the cipher that is that statement. Won't be easy, but we started putting the pieces back together. Lord Harold's back in his rightful place and working to bring everyone together again. Werner's reign left a lot of bitterness and hurt, but most of the wounds should heal. With time and patience. Just so. Your fate and future are in your own hands once more. Exactly right, sir, and we're gonna make sure we do things proper from now on. Werner said before he died that every man measures the worth of lives and nations differently. For all his vices, the man may have a point. That's like that one tweet where it's like, when the guy you hate makes a good point. But I can wield that sword for a cause, and a future far greater than my own worth. I was gonna say youth. I'm sorry, I'm having a stroke. Men like us, protecting those we care for is all we can do.
I see.
Perhaps so. And yet, when I look through this window and see what we have wrought here, I know we've done enough.
How long has it been since I left? It's as if nothing has changed.
Craven, sir! You always was quick as lightning. And you ain't slowed down none that I could tell.
Good thing, too. Else I might have had the tip of your blade sticking out my back right now.
Nay. Could never get one over on you, sir. That's why I never hold back.
Then let's pray that it continues to be so. Still, you have been training hard, I see. You swing a heavier blade than before.
I do?
Aye, and quicker too. How fare the others?
Crivens, what am I thinking? I've got to run and tell the others you're back. They'll dance a jig to hear the news, I wager.
While pursuing the mystery left by Werner's dying words, I stopped over in my second home. Earhart, likewise, returned to Wellspring. He had to go back, he said, and watch over those he'd sworn to protect. When I found my answer, when I realized the cause I truly fought for, faces came unbidden to my mind. To all who need me, this oath I offer. Whenever my strength is needed, I shall come to where you are, and I shall wield my sword to protect you. I have much more to protect now than I did when my journey started. And I know that if I am to fulfill my vow, I must grow stronger still.
But the boy spoke true. It's Sir Ulbric in the flesh. Sir Ulbric!
Welcome home, sir.
It's good to be back.
And that brings us to the end of Ulbric's story. Ulbric has a large nose. Alright, let's chat up a little bit before we wrap up. So, first up, world map is clear. There's some spots here that are kind of like undone, but I don't know how to open those. Maybe you just kind of like walk in that direction. But as you can see, there's no flags. The only thing that's changed is it's yellow, marking the place we are right now. As we see in the journal, all of these banners are as far as they'll go. So, let me rank how I find the stories in general. So, I feel like, in general, I actually do end up liking Therians the most. I enjoy his character, and I feel like his arc was very consistent and didn't do anything that I found especially dumb at any point. So I would say that his wins out by being consistent, in general. Speaking of consistent, I would probably say that Ulbrich also is in that same area, but I kind of like Therian a bit more, so I put Ulbrich in second place. Everything about his whole story is very, very consistent with it, and there wasn't really a need of twists or anything, and I kind of liked the whole arc, and I think what really elevated was the scene of just Earhart coming out and them having that moment where they could have the cool team-up thing. I think that that was quite well executed. So, that would be my second favorite of these. At that point, I would have to say that Cyrus ends up being my third favorite, because overall I think he's a very fun character. I feel like the conclusion of his chapter, where his final chapter in which he goes, you know, I'm not gonna destroy the evil book, instead I'm going to keep it, decode it, and learn how to use it for good, is great, because so many fucking stories amount to, here's the evil thing, I'll destroy it so no one can use it again. It's so tiring. So having a character go, no, I'm going to use it for good because this isn't evil, the people using it are evil, which I think is great. I'd like to know his stance on gun control. Alright, moving on. Who would be in fourth place? My fourth favorite. If I was to say, I would say it's either between Alphen and Ophelia, so trying to think about between these two, who I think was a bit better, I would say that Alphen was. Because there wasn't a lot of telegraph stuff in it, to be quite honest, and I found it to be quite enjoyable, overall. Simpler, but I think the message that it conveyed, his journey, was good. The last chapter is hilarious with the amount of conveniences of, this person suffers from the same thing as me, but he was also treated in the past by the same person who treated me. Also, the thing we need for the certain potion I was able to remember not only will cure this guy, but is also in the dungeon that is right next to the place we are. That is hilarious. It's so bad it turns back to being good. Overall, I think his entire arc was alright and well realized. That means number 5 is going to be Ophelia. I think her whole thing was quite good. Some of the twists were, actually it wouldn't be Ophelia at that point, because thinking about it, Ophelia, then I would have to put her against Primrose, which I feel like Primrose has a lot of good shit in it. So yeah, 5th would be Primrose, because her story is really well executed at the start, but then that 3rd chapter is real bad. Some twists just come off as a little hilarious, but overall it's presented really well. But I value something being consistent rather than something being really great and then falling over itself the whole time. So I'm gonna give that to her. At that point, I would then have to go between Ophelia and Hana, thinking about it. And, I'm gonna go ahead and say that Ophelia is better, because, I enjoyed her dialogue. I feel like I can't just give Hana a pass for having that old English. So, Ophelia's taking up the 6th slot. And it's mostly because, most of them are pretty good throughout. Ophelia's is kind of the same as Primrose, where there's a lot of twists that aren't very... there's like some... There's that usual stuff like, oh, look at this character, he's obviously a villain, and you can kind of tell from chapter 1. And yeah, it's not amazing. It's okay. But yeah, moving on, we have Hana. Hana was alright. It's just I didn't enjoy reading her dialogue, which kind of really hampered it. And her general personality, I find, of the all business type of thing, always looking to just be boring. Just not my cup of tea. But overall, I wouldn't say she's bad. Tressa is not very good, to be quite honest. No, that's not true. The problem I have is that her story arc is just something I'm not interested in. Everything going on with Leon Bastral and that other pirate and their whole thing and getting his stuff is truly engaging. But the rest, her journey is not meant to be one that's about engaging you. And as a result, they just didn't really try in her final chapter to really tie it together. Now, before I put this video to a close, I might as well let you know what's going on. So, with all of these stories being complete, the only thing left you can do in the game is pick up some extra job classes that are guarded behind much more powerful bosses, some that I don't even think I'm properly leveled for, and then it all comes down to apparently getting around the mid-60s to be able to take on a special optional dungeon that tries to tie all the lore together and give you a boss for those who are desperate for a final boss. For me personally, I don't really care about doing it, just because I got the satisfaction I got from this, and I'm not too interested in grinding in a game that takes way too long to grind to take on a challenge that I might not find the most rewarding in the world, especially having had some aspects described to me. So, if I do decide to do it, it may happen later down the road, and I'll make it a set of bonus videos. For now, though, this is the end of the Octopath Traveler Let's Play. I'd like to thank everybody for supporting this series since we began it all the way back, would have had to been in, what, July or something like that? Anyway, it has been a long time coming, but I hope you guys enjoyed, and please consider checking out my other content, subscribing, liking the video, and dropping a comment of what you thought about everything as a whole. What were your favorite character stories? Rank them yourselves. And with that, I will see you guys later. Thanks so much for watching.